it was the flip. It was this I'm blazed. I guess I should have started with that. Hey guys, I'm Arieyauna, not Arieyauna like Grande, Arieyauna like the air you breathe. So don't forget the air. I'm an artist from Cleveland, Ohio, and I mainly create using digital illustration, but I've been doing some abstract painting too, with acrylics. I was using oils, but they got really messy and I have small kids, so I just don't wanna, I just wanna wait till I use those. So a little about me, I'm 27. I'm married and I've been married for 6 years. And as mentioned before, I have 2 small kids and they are sister signs, Libra and Aries. Y'all didn't ask for that. It has nothing to do with anything. I just want y'all to know how rowdy it gets up in this household. It goes down. I've been drawing and just interested in all things creative since I could remember. It always felt natural and easy to be doing something creative. Whenever I've tried to work in like the 9-to-5 real world, I ended up just super depressed, not taking care of myself, and just overall unhappy, child. In 2020 during quarantine, after I had my son, I randomly started painting again, and it wasn't like my best work. It was some like watercolor paintings, but I think it was like the switch I needed in my brain for me to find myself again and get back on my path of being creative. Because even when I was in high school, I wanted to do creative things, you know. I wanted to be in fashion design, and I wanted to dance, child. I wanted to do so much, and I feel like I didn't do any of it because I felt like it was impractical. But the way I live, like my life right now, is not even the circumstances I thought I'd ever be in. You know, I never thought I'd be living the way I'm living right now. It's crazy. So I try to create for myself, and I say I try to because sometimes I do get caught up in the whole like social media thing and who's doing what, but for myself, and then just let genuine people who enjoy what I'm doing follow that, and just attract on their own. I don't like feeling performative. I don't like forcing stuff in people's faces. And when I worked retail, I used to work at a well-known retail store, and it was one of those stores where you have to get them to sign up for rewards and stuff like that, and they wanted me to constantly badger customers and stuff like that. I'm just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna harass these people. No ma'am. If they don't want it, you said no, and no is no. I'm just not a pushy person. Like if you rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't, you don't. Like that's just it. I'm not. I hate the whole niche thing and picking a lane when it comes to being creative, because I feel like I'm boxing myself in, and that's just not me. Like I have ADHD, child. I can't do it. In niche culture, let's end niche culture, because why do I have to do one thing or a couple things? And it's too, that's boring to me. My brain has to, like, it's a lot going on up there. Creativity wise, it's a lot going on up there. Sometimes I want to touch, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want to make a mess with my paint. You know, but let's get into why I made this YouTube channel, because I feel like, I don't know if you're even watching this, I know I'm not gonna get any views on like my first you know. But anyways, I made this YouTube channel because I love watching other artists and their studio vlogs and their market vlogs and everything like that while I'm working. Like, I like to watch with my ears most times because I'm working, but I like to hear what they say, and it's just inspiring overall to hear their commentary and like what they learned this time, and even inspiring to hear how much they made. Because it's just like, I feel like sometimes when I watch artists, I see myself, and that's just the thing. Like, I'm really hard on myself sometimes as a creative, and when I see people making things that are not like super over the top, detailed and fine, I see myself, because I make work that is not perfect. And one of my biggest things as an artist that I'm working on is letting go of perfection, because I'm not nice to myself when I'm trying to make something exactly how it is, and fine and detailed and perfect. It's not fun to me, it's exhausting. So that's just my YouTube channel, and I'm starting this thing is because when I'm searching sometimes, I have to specify that I'm looking for people of my hue, and I just want to add to the game. Like, I just want to add to the mix. I just don't want my people to not to have to search so far and wide for somebody to look like me and feel like they have access to this thing. You know, they have access to this world, because they do. And when I was in high school, or when I was just coming up when I was just coming up, period, let me just say, I was very sheltered. And I was on YouTube a bit, but I don't know, my brain I didn't think to see what my options was. I didn't think to see what was out there. I didn't know how to see what was out there. And I feel like the kids are just much more advanced these days. The children are in fact the future, and you know, I want them to see this, and I want them to be able to see, I can do this, and this is how I can get it done. This is how I can do it. I want them to see me. I want them to see them when they get on that YouTube and they searching for ways to make art their career. One thing I wish I had was somebody telling me that I could do this and I could be practical. I didn't have to be practical about it, and there's ways to do it, and giving me, you know, I wish I had that. My dad is an entrepreneur, but I don't know, he was more so badgering like academics into me, like school, like, you know. My mom was more so like, you know, the starving artist thing, you know. So I just felt like, you know, I kind of, I guess, lost myself and felt like I should do something more practical. But every time I tried to do anything practical, I just ended up with very poor mental health. So yeah. But lastly, I'm on a journey to make being an artist my full-time career. Be it from vending, exhibitions, licensing, commissions. I'm on a journey, and I want to share it with those who want to follow. No biggie, no force, no pressure. Like, I have a little baby small art business that's in its building stages called Well Fed Artist Company. It's a little small baby art business because I've tried to grow said business from inside of my house. Doing it wrong, posting all on TikTok, posting on Instagram, and it's like we're just relying on local people, local support to just relying solely on like really small things to make a big impact, rather than stepping out of my comfort zone and getting out to markets and talking to coffee shop owners and all that good jazz. That's what I That's what I've learned that I need to do now. But I came up with well-fed as a way to say I'm doing things different as a self-taught artist. I don't have any schooling under my belt right now. But I'm just doing what my spirit has led me to do. This is something I've been doing since I was small, since I can, remember. I also came up with well-fed as a way to say that we don't have to starve. Artists don't have to starve. Like, there's so many ways and lanes to make money and to live off this whole thing. And I'm just starting off this whole thing. I've not made a lot of money from this, but I am going to be consistent, and I'm very optimistic about what is in store for me. And then lastly, I came up with well-fed because I plan to eat and feed my family from my art, period. So overall, this journey is about me getting out of the house, getting myself out there, being social, making peers, and networking. So I'm pretty sure the pandemic didn't help my hermit tendencies either, because I was one of the people who didn't have any problem with quarantine. I was chilling, like I just had my son, and my husband was perfecting his banana bread recipe. So I was ordering lounge clothes, ordering baby clothes, eating banana bread. Could not complain. But I'm going down to Disneyland, so if y'all want to come on down, just come on down. So if you want to be a part of my journey, or just have it playing in the background while you're doing something productive, come hang, come hang out with me.